Hey guys, welcome back. Modi 101 here, and we are back in Sky Exchange. So, recently I've had a little bit of an existential crisis when it comes to this pack in reference to what I want to do on it. And sometimes, and I'll just tell you guys, sometimes I make, I start a pack and I just dig it right off the bat. Nothing, not because of the mods or the book or anything, just a gut feeling. And sometimes I start a pack and I'm kind of wary on it and stuff. And I think that's what was happening with this one. But sometimes all I need to do is just kind of do something minor to kind of just tweak things, and it kind of gets me into it. So in between episodes, I did a bunch of work. As you can see, all our stuff is gone. And I made us a house. A little cabin-y type thing. So I built us a, little house. It's nothing exciting. And we come in here, we got our machines in here, we got our chests of stuff over here, we got this guy still cranking away slowly. Like I said, I want to see how far it gets. We've got our grid power thing here, and as you can see, I put the solar panels out here on the side, so they're just hanging out on the side. I did expand this out, I moved our trees and whatnot. But it's still getting, I didn't move the lava generator, but this thing is still good, and still got this to crank it up a little bit. We got all of our food stuff here, right? Put these machines together. Got a little crafting table with our thing. Another thing I did, if you guys see we have hamburgers in there. Let's actually just type in burger. So we got a whole bunch of different burgers and whatnot. I think I'm going to work some more on that. You can see I've eaten quite a bit of them. Let's put that in there. I have some chicken sandwiches. We'll grab a couple of those because we haven't eaten those recently. Let's throw that in there. You can see I have this loud old thing over here still cranking out stuff for us. And then we come up here. Let's go and eat some of these. There we go. And, I just put my bed up here, and, we got a little loft area up top. And I kind of clean and organize stuff. We have our thing over here for sieving. My stuff had broken. My dirt block broke a long time ago, my reusable dirt block, so I just kind of covered it up. I think that's why that one hasn't changed. Still have this guy over here making lava. We may work on something with that. We still have our barrel over here, so... I moved our trees. This guy's still in the same place. And we've got, still have our fish trap over here. So, some things have changed. This guy's still sitting here. I haven't reloaded him. Wasn't too worried about him. This guy's got a couple of diamonds in here. And a lot of you guys were super duper awesome and supportive about stuff. And I think that's insanely cool. So... Alright, so what I'm thinking, first and foremost, this is an EMC pack, and we have to embrace that. So, with that, obviously, we need to start getting ourselves a butt ton of EMC. So this is kind of our whole Tier 1 power flower, right? So we've got, energy collector Mark 1s, we've got a regular energy condenser, and then we've got antimatter relay Mark 1s, and the glowstone's glowstone. So this right here, basically, you can see, it's decently fast. I mean, just in that time, we got another diamond, and it's, chugging its way along. But I'd really like to get up to the Mark II so we can really do some damage. But they are expensive. So let's kind of look at this stuff. Let's look at project. Did you guys see my brain stop working? Alright, so we have energy collector Mark 1s, we have antimatter relays, and then we have just a normal energy condenser. So what we're going to need to do, we're going to build this exact same thing, and this is going to take us a while, and you'll see why here in a minute. First off, we're going to need an energy condenser Mark II. If you notice, this bad boy is worth 9 million EMC. Our regular one is 4,200. The reason is because we need red matter and dark matter blocks, okay? And then the energy collector, yes, diamond block, kind of pricey, glass, furnace, glowstone, no big deal. The second one, just glowstone, but it throws in dark matter. Then the third one throws in glowstone, the last one, and red matter. And then I believe it's kind of the same concept for these. So I'm thinking now we're going to need a bunch of these. So I'm thinking what we're going to do, this is super pricey. Now these are expensive, you know, 710,000. Nowhere close to 9, almost 10 million. These, yeah, we're good. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a normal energy condenser for now, and which we can actually just, I think, pull out of our table. See, it's not raining on us anymore. A normal energy condenser for now. And then we can upgrade this once we get the EMC going. What I want to work on is seeing if we can get up to this guy here. All right. And this is going to be an unfortunately, insanely slow process. So first off, let's go ahead and see if we can make each of these. So first off, we're going to need one of these and one of these. Now, I don't think that did we ever get dark matter? And therefore, we didn't get red matter. All right, so let's find out how we make this stuff. So to get the dark matter, it is a block of diamond completely surrounded by alternarius fuel. I know I'm saying that wrong. So let's go ahead. Oh, no. Let's get a block of diamond. See, we're already just taking chunks out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, there's that. So we'll come to our crafting table, which is right below it, and we'll go ahead and wrap this around with this, and now we have a dark matter ball. Okay. Then the next thing we need is a red matter, which is 3 of those plus 6 of those. You can kind of see how this is going to get expensive. So there's that. 1, 2, okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're eating through the stuff. There's that, and that. Oh, no. Down, down, down. And there's the red matter. Let's go ahead and learn that one. All right. So I need to grab one of these, and I'm going to grab a bunch of glowstone. And let's see if we can make these. So this one is that. So there's that, and then we're going to learn it. Okay, so we have it, right? And then the next one is that. Not too bad. And we're going to go ahead and learn that one. And then we're actually going to cannibalize this one. Okay, now that we learned it, we're just going to let it eat in there. Because we're going to need another one of these and another one of these. We can put that in. And we're going to need some obsidian. There we go. All right, so kind of the same concept. We already have that one, so we got to just upgrade to this one. Make sure we learn it. Awesome. And then upgrade this one. All right. There we go. So let's go ahead and put that away. Let's grab this out. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. And let's get an energy condenser. And we're just going to set this up in the beginning. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 5 up. Let's grab something to pillar up with. Let's just grab some dirt. Alright, so it's on the 5th block. So we're going to put this guy, make these things kind of even. We'll put this guy like right here. Does that look right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to just pop our normal energy condenser on here. Because we're going to have... Oh, did I have one? Oh, I already grabbed one. Alright, we can throw it back in the thing. Alright, there's that. And then we're just... So right now, this guy isn't doing a damn thing. Let's actually come over here. And we're going to grab out 1 diamond. I guess we're going to grab them all. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to pop this bad boy right there. Okay. So nothing's happening, right? Alright, so we're going to take our antimatter relay Mark III. We're going to pop it on the side here, right? And we're going to take our energy collector and pop it on the side. So now you can kind of see with just that, it's already kind of going pretty close to this bad boy. I mean, this is still a little bit faster, but that's all we've done. We've only put up one of each. So you can see this thing is going to pop out diamonds like wildfire. All right, so that's the Mark II. Wait, did I grab the Mark II or the Mark III? Let's double check this. Mark III, Mark III. Okay. So I don't even think we have enough EMC to get, so we could get another one of those. Let's just type in MK3. See, we don't even have the antimatter relay in here because we don't have enough EMC to get it. How much was that one? 612. Did we not learn that? I don't think I learned that. All right, let's grab this real quick. I beefed it here and didn't learn this. There we go. Now it's there. I didn't think we had enough stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and put this one back. Once again, already halfway to a diamond. And let's see, can we get one of these? Oh, that kills it. Yeah, we have just enough for one of these, so we're going to have to basically let this go. So we've got two things, and you know what, let's just for fun, just to kind of point it out, we'll grab this. I don't think this is going to make an insane difference. We'll put that on there. That's going pretty good now. So you can kind of see, and like I said, I built this thing kind of quickly and was all over the place, and I don't know how I'll explain it. You can kind of see how this works. So you got your energy, so basically you have glowstone that's help feeding this some juice. Instead of making something like that other one inside is, it's just collecting EMC. Then it's using this to relay it back, and you can see we're just about to hit our first diamond on here, okay? So if we look at this speed, right, and then quickly come over here and look at this speed, you can see this one is only slightly faster, and it's complete. It's huge. So you can kind of see where going on this one would be. Once we have this power flower, which is going to take quite a bit of juice to say the least, up and running, this thing's going to be insane. I mean, making diamonds, it'll probably make like a diamond, every 2 seconds, 3 seconds, something crazy like that. So I think that'll be super, super cool. So, all right, so we've started preliminary our Power Flower Mark III. And also, this energy condenser is going to be better once we get to the, once we get enough EMC to be able to make that. Because you saw just straight up how much EMC it took to just get the dark matter and the red matter. Think about block form on those. That's why it costs 9 million. And just in case any of you guys don't know, the way that, from what I understand, that this works is everything's kind of set up on a sliding scale. So let me give you an example. So let's look up coal real quick. Okay. So coal is 128 EMC, right? So remember that, 128 EMC. All right. And to make alchemical coal, we need 4 coal with our philosopher's stone, right? So 4 coal at 120 EMC apiece totals 512 EMC. So there's no way to kind of cheat this. When Project E was equivalent exchange or old equivalent exchange version back in the day, there was a way that you could. There was this crazy little trick where you could put in blaze rods, and you would grind them down using it wasn't a sag mill. Those were around at the time, but like a pulverizer, and a pulverizer would take one blaze rod, and it was either 3 or 5 blaze powder would come out of it, right? Well, then you would put that blaze powder into one of those chests, and it would make the equivalent of 2.5 blaze rods. So then you take those 2 blaze rods out, now all of a sudden it's making 10, and you put them back in, and now you've got, and there was a way to dupe it where you could get unlimited ridiculous amounts of EMC in a machine that pretty much ran itself. They fixed that. So as you can see, 4 coal is 512, that's what will alchemical coal. This is 512, and then if we were going up to Mobius, 4 things at 512 equals 2,048. 4 of these combined equals 8,192. So whenever you see the EMC on something, that is the multiplying of the core material down to its base. So this is 9.7 million. Well, this chest is only 42,000, but each block of these is 500,000. Each block of these is 1.8 million. And these are 1.8 million because 4 of these equal 1.8 million. So you can kind of see where the EMC price comes from. So, yeah, so it's literally just a case of we're going to have to work on a couple other things while the older power flower and then the beginning of this one. Now, mind you, once we hit the number to be able to get these 2, which I'm guessing is probably, what, about 1.3, 1.4 million EMC, then we'll make another one of these, another one of these, another one of these, and we'll put it off this way. And then this thing will be twice as fast. So it'll exponentially get better and exponentially get easier for us to do that. This rain is annoying. And it's just annoying because it's not raining right here. Completely dry. Wet. Dry. So, anyway, so yeah, there's that. I did expand out our platform, which I think I'm going to do most of the time. I'd really like us to get to a place where we've got just a giant plains area. And let's actually look real quick and see. We are currently, there's savanna, there's a river, savanna. Looks like that's most of the stuff. We're popping savanna, river, this is big river. Oh, what did I just see? Sunflower plains, just weirdly right here. So we got sunflower plains, that's kind of cool. Yeah, a lot of sunflower plains. If you guys aren't seeing it, it's in all the information right in the middle. So we got regular plains, and yeah, so plains, savanna, not bad. Oh, good, the rain stopped. So yeah, so we're pretty good there. I need to eat another chicken sandwich. So yeah, you guys had pointed out, and I was just being dumb, that most of the completed food has EMC. So, I think we kind of realized that last episode. So we may want to do some cooking to get some more. And if you guys look, what I would love to get to is to have things like, maybe it's large meals as big as they go now. So to get most of the stuff off of here, you see all these large meals, some of them are a little bit bigger. So like, Kung Pao chicken, that's pretty good. A lot of ingredients. Peppercorn we don't have. That's probably about it. Oranges we don't have, so we'd have to get those. This dim sum that we made, which I just like to point out. See, this one doesn't have stuff, so you can kind of see some do. So it might be smart for us. Okay, the deluxe cheeseburger doesn't. So it might be smart for us to try and find, and maybe I'll do some of this off camera actually, to go through and see what has EMC. So apple pie does, pumpkin soup, carrot soup, loaded baked potato, that would be good. Potato salad, yeah, and go through and make everything from, this area, like a hot dog, that's a large meal, that's pretty good. Baked ham, and just try and make as many of these things and just focus on the ones that have the EMC. See, here we start hitting, and I don't know if any of these other ones have EMC, so it's probably just this top row. So, and then if we go down here, we just type in meal, you can see all the drinks have it. Well, most of the drinks. So apple juice. So yeah, maybe that's what we'll do is we'll spend some time soon going through and making all the food that has EMC, and then that way we can get a variety, and then you know, I can just use, especially when we get this going, I'll just make a chest. Now, do we have a lunchbox in here? I think we looked this up before, but I don't remember. No, what about, well, I guess no lunchbox, no lunch bag, so yeah, we're gonna try and make a lot of that stuff with EMC, and that way, we don't have to worry about, making food anymore. I think that'll be kind of cool. And then once we do that, then we can just get rid of the farm. We can get rid of all the stuff in here. We don't need it. Get rid of all of this out here because, you know, most of this stuff. And then we can use that to work on other projects. So, all right, guys. Well, there we go. So, I'm more jazzed. And then once again, I appreciate the last couple episodes. I was a little, like I said, I just really didn't know how I was going to play this pack. And you guys were insanely supportive and came up with a lot of good ideas. We're still going to use the book. We're still going to try and complete the book. But I don't think it's going to be as important. I think it's just going to be a case. Really, I think the core of this pack is just getting a ridiculous amount of EMC to where we can just go completely crazy making stuff, and I think that's going to be cool. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comments section. Don't forget, if you want to get your very own Minecraft server, head over to Aim to Game. Use the link down below so they know you're coming from the squad. Cannot stress how important that is. And then also to use the coupon codes, because that saves you some money, and that is also equally as important. So, all right, guys, once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you guys are going to stick with the series, because I'm going to do my best to. And until the next episode, once again, want to thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!